The morning light streamed softly through the large windows of the Aquira mansion, casting a warm glow over the dining room. Zoe moved quietly, setting down a plate of fresh toast, fluffy eggs, and crispy bacon in front of Mr. Aquira. Her outfit was neat, her steps smooth, and she kept her gaze down. For 2 months, she had been part of this household. Yet conversations with the wealthy man she served stayed brief and formal. "Your coffee, sir," she murmured, placing the hot mug next to his meal. Benjamin Aquira didn't glance up right away, absorbed in his phone, his brow furrowed in frustration. "Thanks," he replied absently, finally eyeing the food. Zoe inclined her head and retreated to the side, hands clasped, ready if he needed more. Sharp heels echoed on the stone floor as Dora, Benjamin's partner, entered in a sleek outfit and shades. Despite the indoor dimness, "Ben, I need the car this afternoon. I mentioned that meeting with Alina." Benjamin kept his eyes on his screen. "Use the SUV. The luxury one's mine today." Dora huffed, snatching a piece of fruit. "You always take the nicest things," she stormed out without another word. Benjamin exhaled heavily, set his device aside, stood, and straightened his coat. He turned to Zoe, really noticing her for a change. "You're always so silent." "Yes, sir," she answered simply. He paused, then nodded slightly. "I'll be back later." The door closed firmly behind him. That night, a fierce rain battered the house. Zoe was tidying the kitchen when the entrance burst open with a crash. Wind roared outside. She peeked out cautiously. Benjamin stumbled in, drenched, his tie loose, eyes bloodshot, clutching a bottle. "Zoe," he slurred with a lopsided smile, "my faithful helper." She hurried over. "Sir, let me assist you. You're unsteady." He laughed. "Me fall. Never." But he tripped, grabbing the railing. Zoe supported his arm, guiding him upstairs. "You know what stings? Not the betrayal, but the trust I gave." He rambled on. "Dora and my aide of all people. I was planning to ask her to marry me." They reached his room. "But you're different, Zoe. Reliable." She urged him to rest, but he asked her to stay a moment. Reluctantly, she sat. "She called me distant, unloving. Maybe she's right to focus on work too much." Quiet fell. He gazed at her. "You bring calm, something I've missed." Zoe averted her eyes. "I'm only the help, sir." He brushed her hair aside tenderly. "Not tonight." Their kiss started hesitant, but emotions surged. Clothes fell away. Sighs filled the air, the storm outside matching the one within. Afterward, Benjamin drifted off. Zoe lay awake, regret mixing with her own hidden sorrows. Her phone buzzed. She slipped free, seeing the caller. Uncle Chidi, answering softly. His voice was strained over background sounds. "Zoe, your father's passed." In his sleep last night, shock hit her. No. Tears flowed. He explained they'd tried calling earlier, but no signal. She whispered she'd come, grabbed a bag and scarf, glanced at the sleeping man, and left. Heart torn by grief and confusion. The bus ride to her village was endless, filled with memories of her dad's warm laughs, his yam-selling pride, his nicknames for her. Arriving at dusk, the home was somber, relatives mourning, cousins embraced her, sobbing. Uncle Chidi hugged tight. He looked peaceful. He kept asking for you. The burial next day blurred in speeches of peace and eternity. Zoe stood numb by the grave, whispering farewell as soil fell. Back at the mansion, Benjamin woke with a throbbing head. Sheets messy, a bloodstain catching his eye. Memories flooded. Zoe's gentleness, her innocence. What have I done? He searched the house, calling her name. No response. No contact details. She was a ghost now. Helplessness gripped him, his power useless. 5 weeks later, Zoe stared at a test in her uncle's spare room. Positive pregnant. Tears came. She was alone with this. Soon, worse news. Her late father's loan led to their home's seizure. Evicted, she stayed with her uncle briefly, but space was tight. Portions shrank. She used savings for a dingy room. Damp walls, no lock, shared bath. "We'll manage," she told her belly. Work was scarce for a pregnant woman, but she sold produce and laundered clothes. Exhaustion hit hard, yet fetal movements brought smiles. "We're in this together." One hot day, doubt crept in. Why suffer alone when the father was wealthy? By dawn, she resolved to tell him. At the gate, a new guard blocked her. "No Benjamin here. He left the country months ago, studying abroad. They say, no contact." Devastated, Zoe returned home. "You're Dad's gone, she whispered to her bump, crying herself to sleep. Life hardened. Evicted again over debts. Uncle's place overflowed. She found a slum cubicle, fan broken, curtain door. Savings dwindled. Clinic visits stopped to costly. Nights, she whispered apologies to her child, fearing solo birth. Labor struck one night. Waves of agony. Alone, she pushed on the floor, screaming. Twins emerged boys. She wrapped them, trembling from blood loss. You survived. But reality bit. No milk. Cries endless. Sold her mattress for basics. Landlord threatened eviction. Weak, bleeding, she wandered streets. Babies bundled. Begging. People scorned. At a clinic gate, turned away without funds. Rain soaked her on a market porch. She shielded them, praying for their lives over hers. Weeks later, frail twins whimpering, Zoe trudged to a public clinic. A car nearly hit her. She collapsed. From inside, "Stop yelling, she's struggling." Benjamin emerged, recognizing her. "Zoe." He knelt. She unveiled the babies, our sons. Stunned, he whisked them to a top hospital. Twins treated, Zoe cared for. "I searched for you," he confessed. "Returned from abroad, but you vanished." She shared her ordeals. Eviction, solo birth, hunger, he stayed, vowing support. Discharged to a new apartment. Nannies hired, supplies abundant. No more suffering. In the ward, he apologized for that night. "I should have been better." She forgave, grateful he was there now. Months on, home filled with joy. Benjamin proposed. "Let's be a family." Touched by her strength, he wanted marriage. She accepted. They wed simply, under blooming trees. Zoe pursued studies in business, balancing motherhood. Returning from class one day, twins, babbled mama. Tears of joy flowed. From despair to renewal. Zoe's life transformed. Wife, mother, student, empowered.